Nobody asked how you were and actually meant it today. So let me. How are you, really? Because somewhere between fine and falling apart, there's a place most people live, but nobody talks about. You know that place. You're probably there right now. This story is for that place. Being okay doesn't mean the hard thing is over. It means you're still here inside it, still breathing, still moving, still choosing to continue. That's not a small thing. That's everything. It won't fix what's hard, but it might help you understand that being okay, even in the middle of not being okay, is one of the bravest things a person can do. You don't need to name it here. It doesn't matter whether it's grief or loss or exhaustion or uncertainty, whether it's something that happened or something that hasn't happened yet, with something you caused or something that found you with no warning at all. What matters is that it is real and it is heavy, and you have been carrying it. Some days the weight is manageable. You get through the hours, you eat something, you answer the messages you have to answer. You look from a distance like someone who is doing fine. And that performance costs more than anyone around you knows. Other days the weight arrives before you're even fully awake, before the alarm, before the first thought. Just there, settled back into your chest where it lives now, reminding you that it hasn't left. Both of those days are real. Both of those days you are surviving something. And survival, when the thing is genuinely hard, is not the minimum. It is the whole point. Somewhere, at some point, you absorbed a picture of what being okay is supposed to look like. Functioning, optimistic, moving forward, getting better, having good days more than bad ones, feeling roughly like yourself. And when you don't match that picture, when the grief is still there, when the fear comes back, when the sadness is just under the surface of an ordinary Wednesday, you wonder if you're doing something wrong, if you're too weak, if you should be further along by now. You are not doing anything wrong. Okay, in the middle of something hard, looks completely different from okay on a normal day. It is a smaller thing, quieter, and it counts just as much. Okay during a tough time might be getting out of bed, making one phone call, eating one real meal, sitting with the feeling instead of running from it, letting yourself cry when it comes, where and then returning slowly, imperfectly to the rest of your day. That is okay. That is real okay. Not the performance of it, the actual, difficult, honest version of it. There is something that happens inside a hard time that no good time can teach you. Not strength, though that comes too. Something quieter. A clarity about what matters. A stripping away of everything that was noise. When you're carrying something heavy, you stop being able to carry things that don't matter. The small anxieties fall away. The minor irritations lose their grip. What remains is the essential, the people you actually love, the things that actually feed you, the moments of genuine rest or beauty or connection that you would have rushed past in an easier season. Honey, hard times give you the strangest gift. They teach you exactly who you are when the comfortable version of yourself is no longer available. That person, the one doing this, getting through this, still finding small reasons to continue, that person is more you than the version who had everything figured out. This doesn't make the difficulty worth it. It doesn't mean you should be grateful for pain. It means the pain is not empty. Even in the hardest seasons, something is growing, quietly, in the dark, without your permission. Here it is, plainly. You are allowed to not be fine. You are allowed to be sad without a reason that would satisfy someone else. You are allowed to be tired even though other people have it harder. You are allowed to struggle with something small or something large without ranking your pain against anyone else's and deciding you don't qualify for care. You are allowed to have a bad day 2 weeks after a bad week. You are allowed to feel better for a moment and then worse again, without that meaning you've gone backward. You are allowed to need more time than you expected. You are allowed to still be in it. And here is the other side of that permission. You are also allowed to be okay, to laugh at something without guilt, to feel a small joy without feeling like you betrayed the hard thing you're carrying. Both are allowed, They can exist in the same afternoon. The grief and the moment of relief. The weight and the small pleasure. You don't have to choose between fully suffering and fully recovering. You can be somewhere honest in between. And that place has a name. It's called being human. And when you're in the middle of something, people talk to you about the big picture, about time healing, about things getting better, about who you'll be on the other side. And those things may be true, but they exist in the future, which is not where you are. You are here now, in this specific hour of this specific day. And okay, lives here, not there. It lives in the glass of water you drink because your body still needs water. It lives in the 10 minutes you sat outside because the light was doing something and you noticed it. It lives in the text you sent to one person or the one you didn't send but wanted to. It lives in the small, ordinary, almost invisible decisions to keep going. You don't get through a hard time by leaping to the end. You get through it one small okay at a time. 1 hour. One small act of care for yourself or someone else. One moment of not giving up. The big story of your resilience is made of these small moments. And they are not lesser because they're small. They are the whole story. They are the only story. They are enough. The hard thing will change, not necessarily resolve. Some things don't resolve, but change, shift, become something you carry differently. The weight that feels impossible right now will one day be a weight you've learned to hold, not because it got lighter, but because you got stronger, quietly, without noticing. While you were just trying to get through the day, you will not always be in this place. The air will feel different. The mornings will be easier. Something will make you laugh, genuinely, without guilt. And you will realize the hard time has not taken that from you. It was just waiting. And you will look back at the version of you who is reading this, carrying this, and you will understand something that's hard to believe right now. They were doing so well. They were so much braver than they knew. That person is you, right now, in the middle of something real, still here, still trying, still finding small ways to be okay when okay is the hardest thing to be. You don't have to be more than that. You don't have to be more than this. There is a verse, old and quiet and true, that says this better than most things written since. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and stumble, but those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say the hard thing disappears. It doesn't promise the weight lifts overnight. It says strength is renewed. It says the weary are given more. It says even the ones who stumble, especially the ones who stumble, are not left where they fell. You are not required to carry this alone, and you are not required to be strong on your own strength. The invitation has always been to bring the weight exactly as it is, unresolved, heavy, real, and be held inside it. That is not weakness. That is the bravest kind of faith. What you are right now, still here, still going, is already enough. It always was.